I was watching a LifeWave live. First of all, the product is absolutely insane. The longer you're on it, I'm not here to sell you on it. All I'm here to say is keep slapping that X39 on the back of your neck for at least 3 months. Keep doing that because things start happening. And their technology is getting better and better and better. They're in the lab full time with world-class scientists and researchers. Here's where a crazy, disturbing idea got my attention, and I want to share it with you. They were casually talking about the science of the patch. I know we don't do this with prospects. You should not be talking about how the biomodulation works to activate the copper peptide that was created by Laurent Picard in 1974. You don't do that with a prospect. You point guy and direct them to a video. But with you guys, it's okay if we talk about it a little bit, right? How it actually works and why it's actually reversing the age. Because that's a mind-blowing thing, first of all. So David Schmidt was talking in his, when he gets going in his scientific way, I'm like, what the hell are you, like, that's a whole different language. I don't understand. But sometimes I kind of grasp on it a little bit. I'm like, okay. And he never slips. And I start Googling terms as he's talking and rewind it. This guy's a genius. So as he's going through the science of it, he said something that just, I'm like, say what? Say what? So I recorded it. It's a 1-minute clip. I'm going to share it with you. Then I'm going to share my idea on what he just said and how it's completely related to why my vision just went like this. Okay? So can you see my screen, please?
It all comes down to how energy is created and how energy flows through the cell.
Wow, that is so incredibly interesting. I mean, gosh, every time I hear you talk about how these patches work and the technology that you're researching, it blows my mind because it just sounds like science fiction. But when you hear what you're sharing is specifically about what it's doing within the body, it all makes sense.
Yeah, so my son is 23 and the conversations that I have with him today is I'll say, hey, you've seen this new technology that he's working in our labs, by the way, as a lab technician, and he's doing great. I'm really proud of him. And I'll say, look, we're creating this technology. This is what we show in our studies. So the premise is by the time before you're 30, you may not age anymore. You may not age anymore. You may not age anymore. And, what do you think about that? It's like, it's really cool, but it's just so hard, to wrap your arms around. And, but that's the type of work that we're doing. And I certainly see it as achievable because we see it today in our labs.
Now, I watched the whole 2 hours of that. I just clipped out that part, but this is real data. This is real data. And they're going on talking about this in like such scientific terms. And a lot of what they're saying is what I'm experiencing right now. I'm about to hit 50. I'm going to look 40. I'm actually getting tighter. Everything's just spacing itself. And I'm like, okay, if this is really happening, if we find ourselves in this company at this stage, let me tell you a little story. Back in because it is technology, and technology tends to advance pretty darn fast. In 1997, I had to look up these timelines because it made me think of, in 1995, who remembers when like a 200 megahertz computer was the thing? I don't know if anyone will remember that. Okay. In 1997, when I lived at home, I was 23 years old. I remember coming home because I was developing a candle site, in case some of you remember. I remember seeing an IBM card in the mailbox. And it said, by the year 2000, there will be a 1 gig processor in 1997. And I remember saying, that is so hilarious. They're using comedy in their marketing. That's how, and I'm a computer guy, so that's how far-fetched that possibility was. A 1 gig processor, that's hilarious. In 2000, it happened. It wasn't a joke. Whether they, I don't think they predicted it, but we didn't think it was going to happen. And now here we are at 5 gigs. So what I'm saying is, once technology starts evolving, it doesn't evolve at the same pace. It's got a geometric factor to it. It evolves super quick. Look at what we're doing today, guys. They made a movie in antitrust with Tim Robbins. I don't know if you guys know the movie, where the possibility of talking on an iPhone and having video real-time conversations was abnormally, it was an impossible feat. That was a thing of the way in the future. Now we take it for granted. I'll do a FaceTime with someone in China and it's in 4K. And I'm like, what happened over the past 5 years? So with that being said, this technology, based on everything I'm observing, I see this as like grabbing shares in a patented technology that could perhaps slow down age and, I hate to say this, possibly somewhat reverse it. So that's why I'm excited. It's pretty disturbing once you put all the pieces together, isn't it? I just wanted to share this with some of you that are visionaries like myself, which means I want shares in this company, which means I want a lot of distributors in this company now before they hit $1 billion. All their marketing right now, this is my 2 cents. Oh, there's Bill Pickard. He's late. Put him on the spot in the recording, eh? Their marketing team is not like as talented as we are. I'll share some things with you tonight. Jesse Lee Ward's about to come on. I think it's crucial. I'll just tell you, it's crucial for me to build super fast right now. Because if I could get my hands on 25% of the LifeWave distributors before they hit $1 billion company.
We're building LifeWave to $1 billion company. Let's do it together.
And the company hits $1 billion like it will. We're open in all the countries. They're not even touching them. We're available in all the countries. They don't have the marketers to do this, but now they do. Once they do that, and once we have a stake, when I say a stake in a company, I mean 25% of the distributors. Guys, I'm not putting anybody down, but their marketing is not at the level we are. I could give you some examples, but it wouldn't serve us. So I think it's time to build. Wouldn't you guys agree that building now, getting yourself a team now will serve you more than getting yourself a team in 2 years from now? Wouldn't that make sense? And another thing, I hate to call people out, but I will, because we need some controversy here tonight. Dawn Strice, Margaret Chisholm, you're on the spot. You're not on the spot. You're on mute, so you can't even react. It's all up to me right now. These are perfect examples of people, Dawn and Margaret, in the past 3 days, 4 days, that brought people into the team that those people, I might as well say the names, I'll say Kate Unger and Mandy Harley. Never met them. Don't know who they, I had to reach out, who are bringing in something like half a dozen distributors and going on strong in the first couple of days, first week. And they're coming in and they don't stop. The reason I'm saying this is because I've never met them. I know Dawn, I know Margaret. Those Mandy and Kate will probably be 7-figure legs that will introduce to more and more and more people. So I wouldn't get overly concerned on bringing in the right people, because you never know who they're going to share the opportunity with. It's all in your volume. You with me? That's my attempt at motivating you guys, because I am freaking pumped up